Welcome to Short Sale Coach. Today we are talking about deficiency waiver language, how to spot it in the approval letter, and how to make sure your seller has been fully waived from their deficiency balance. If you've got questions, comments, let me know. I always try to get back to everyone as soon as possible. Make sure you like and subscribe. So the whole point of doing a short sale, right, is to make sure that the seller walks away not owing any additional balance. And that's called deficiency waiver. So as we know, generally, to complete a short sale, the homeowner is applying with their mortgage lender to be able to sell the home for less than the home is worth and take the proceeds of that sale to fully settle their mortgage debt. If the lender is unwilling to fully settle the mortgage debt, a short sale might not be the best option. So the real crux of why someone would want to do a short sale is because of that deficiency waiver. When you go through the short sale process at the very end, assuming you make it all the way through, which you will because you're watching these videos, right? But assuming you make it all the way through, the lender will give you an approval letter. And it's very important that as the negotiator, or if you're a seller watching this yourself, you review that approval letter to find what's called the deficiency waiver language, meaning I never allow any of my sellers to close a short sale unless we have in writing in that approval letter the deficiency waiver language. It looks different depending on the servicer and the language, but there will be a sentence or multiple sentences that says things to the effect of, once the short sale closes, the deficiency balance will be waived. Or once the short sale closes, the lender will not pursue the homeowner further for any deficiency balance. Or it'll say, once the short sale closes, this will be considered settled in full. That also counts. Just having a sentence about forgiven debt implies that there's a deficiency waiver, but it's best practices to really see that deficiency waiver letter. If for some reason you get an approval letter and it doesn't have that language or it speaks too generally about it, the best thing to do would be to email back your negotiator and get them to put in an email that the deficiency is waived, and then those two things together means you'll have something in writing. So the very first thing I do when I get my approval letter, because it's the most important thing, is I scan through the letter and I find the deficiency waiver letter and I highlight it for my homeowners just to make sure there's no misunderstanding about that. If you're unclear about whether the approval letter you've received has deficiency waiver letter or deficiency waiver language, you might want to pause and speak to the lender more and see if they can either edit the letter or get you an email. It's hard for lenders to edit approval letters since they kind of use a form template, but often you can just kind of explain to them, hey, I need this in writing for either yourself or my homeowner. I need to know that there is no deficiency going to be pursued, and they will usually be able to accommodate you via email in the event that they can't update the approval letter. Let me know if you have questions.